Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and today I want to give you my first impressions on this new Armor Wars Doctor Doom 3099 Summer Days update, because it had a host of surprises waiting for us under the hood, stuff that wasn't mentioned in the live stream with Cajun Kim, stuff that was not mentioned at all in the patch notes, for better and for worse. It's a little bit bizarre in my opinion, but it's essentially an event festival. Like, there's so many events that are going to be going on now and shortly that we actually have to spend a lot of time talking about those so that you can gear up for what's to come, and also so you can make some decisions and allocate your resources correctly in the meantime, in the interim. However, there's also all of the new uniforms. Yeah, there's actually a lot of content to get to, so we're going to start off with the uniforms. Again, I'm not going to give you guys a rundown of the uniforms that I think are best or worst. I'm going to have to do that after individual testing. Of course, the one uniform that's not available just yet is War Machine, but I highly recommend that you go into the game and go into the skill preview. I mean, you can check out his uniform effect, which is very spicy. You can check out his changed skills and passives, which are very extremely ghost pepper spicy. And then if you go ahead and check the skill in the skill preview, it is absolutely amazing. So I'm sure Teddy is over the moon, you know, the biggest War Machine fan I've ever seen. And it looks like War Machine got extreme bouts of justice, which is awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a rundown of the uniform options here really quickly for the characters. We got for Quicksilver, we got Black Widow, which is good, Doctor Strange Space, which is good, Captain America Infinity War, which is kind of bad, Loki Agent of Asgard, which is pretty good, and then Sabretooth Uncanny. Now, for those of you that don't want spoilers, I need you to quickly mute the stream. For everybody else, there was a data mine. Now, the data mine is not being very thorough, I should say. The data mine is being coy. And so basically, the resident data miner, Muffles, said Loki mid-month, no spoilers. So I'm not sure if that means no spoilers for what was data mined, or if that means that there are no spoilers, meaning that there's nothing from the show. I don't know. I don't know exactly what no spoilers means. It probably means that they just don't want to spoil what is in the data mine, but that has been data mined for the mid-month, the Loki Disney Plus update. So yeah, on the one hand, this uniform is a definite upgrade for Loki. On the other hand, if you're buying this for Quicksilver and then mythicking it, in 2 weeks, you're going to have to buy another Loki uniform potentially and then mythic that. So just keep that in mind. And then Sabretooth is not very good there. Then we have Doctor Doom. Very cool uniform for him. Iron Fist is pretty good. We've got X-23, which is kind of meh. It's her old uniform. Then we've got Moon Knight, which is really good. We've got Jean Grey X-Men Red, which is okay. And then we've got Red Hulk Symbiote, which is okay as well. Hulkbuster, on the other hand, also very good uniform. We got Black Bolt's uniform, which is good. Daredevil's, which is good. Wolverine's, which is kind of especially because it's not his latest uniform. Venom, which is really good. And then Sentinel, which is pretty good. I think Hulkbuster has the best optionals thus far. We have to wait and see what War Machines is going to be. We've got Lady Deadpool for Rescue, which is kind of bad. Keep in mind also Rescue is a premium uniform, so you have to either have the bios built up from bio subscriptions, or you have to, like me, use a mega mythic uniform ticket. So anyways, Lady Deadpool, not very good. She-Hulk's pretty good. Luke Cage is really good. Luna Snow's okay. It's her old uniform. And then we've got Red Guardian, which is also okay because you get the extra bonus rewards from the legendary battle. But yeah, and then Silk, here we go with Silk. We've got Iceman, which is kind of We've got Black Widow Endgame, which is also kind of because it's older. And then we've got, let's see here, Cyclops is good, Ghost is okay, and then Odin is good. So a definite mixed bag from all of these uniforms. For those of you wondering how to get Silk's uniform, so there's going to be a 7-day check-in event that's starting tomorrow or today, later on. And you're gonna, on the 7th day, you're gonna get 10 tokens. So basically, you can do one of two things. You can wait 7 days and you can get the 10 tokens, and then you have to spend and get 20 more tokens. So you can buy the number 2 chest here twice, or you can buy the number 1 chest a certain number. You have to buy it 7 times. You end up getting 21 tokens. But yeah, or if you don't want to wait 7 days, you can buy the number 2 chest 3 times, which will give you the full 30 tokens that you need. Or you can buy, Offer for Agents number 2. You can see there I already purchased it once. That also gives you 30 tokens. Or you can buy anything that's more expensive that gives you more than 30 tokens. You only need the 30 tokens in order to go to the event token shop and you'll see it right next to the CTP selector. I don't have it there anymore because I've already purchased the silk uniform, but yes, it's only purchasable for a combination of real money and the tokens that you get. If you don't have the Enchantress uniform, the new Summer Days Enchantress uniform from last year, it will also be there for 30 tokens, so you can sort of double dip. You can buy something in the shop that gives you 60 tokens, and you can get both this one and the new silk. I can make a video separately for Enchantress's uniform. My short answer is it's not as valuable now as it was a year ago, so keep that in mind. But if you're still struggling with World Boss Ultimate content specifically, and you really like Enchantress and you have her at tier 2, then it's a pretty good pickup. Also, this uniform is back on sale for the full crystal cost, so both Cable and Quicksilver cost the full 1,750 crystals. There's no discount, and you just have to eat the cost. That's just you know, part of the Summer Days gotcha thing. Now, the really big change here, the really big event, is a crafting event. You can see there under Hulkbuster on the right side, we have this craft event that's live. You can get there through the main page, or you can go to this new hideous menu and you can click on craft, and then you can navigate to the event tab. So now we see what can possibly be held in the event tab, because the event tab was blank until now. So basically, this event it's very, very cool, pun intended. I think this is one of the best events they've ever done. And essentially, you're gonna have 3 types of ice cream. You've got your regular ice cream, you've got your cold ice cream, and then you've got your frosty ice cream. So basically, you've got the red, blue, and purple ice cream. That's how I'm gonna refer to it. Red ice cream is like common, a lot easier to get, a lot cheaper. Blue is like uncommon, and then purple is very, very rare ice cream. Now, keep in mind, there's 2 ways to get these ice creams. One way to get these ice creams is to either combine them. So you can see here, you can combine 100 of the reds into one of the blues, and you can combine 100 blues into a purple. Very, you know, straightforward 1 to 100 combination. Or you can craft in reverse from purple, or purple or blue. So I can use one purple to craft 10,000 commons, 10,000. I was making the mistake on stream and I kept saying 1,000. So you get 10,000 of those, or you can take one of the blues and craft 100 of the reds. Now, how do you get the purples, and how do you get the blues, and how do you get the reds? Well, here's what you can do. You have 2 options. First option is you go into dispatch and you play dispatch. Anything from sector 1, you can see there's the red ice cream. Anything from sector 1 all the way up to sector 4.5 is going to drop only the red. Once you can make it past sector 4 and you're in sector 5, you can also drop the blue and the red. I don't know exactly what the drop rate is. It's not very high. You're talking like 1 or 2 per run, but you can farm them. And then if you can go above 9.5, if you can get to 10, the last 5 missions, basically 10-1 through 10-5, you can farm the purples as well. Again, the drop rate is probably astronomically low, because every time you get a purple, it's equal to 10,000 reds, but it is farmable. Keep in mind, because this is an item on the item bar, you must use energy. If you do not use energy, you do not get any items. So it says here, only XP is acquired when you have entered the battle without energy. So if you run this without, if you uncheck this, then you will never get any ice cream. You have to have this checked in order to get the ice cream. The other way to get the ice cream, you can't buy it for real money. The other way to get the ice cream is to craft it via CCF. So what you can do over here is you actually have 4 different tabs that are identical, and you can use 50 CCF to craft 1 purple. So basically 50 CCF is equal to 1 purple, or 100 of the blues, or 10,000 of the reds. That's how much 50 CCF will give you, because then you can just craft it and then convert it. You can do that a maximum of twice per tab every single day. So you can see there it's going to refresh in 4 hours. I've already done these 3. So in total, you can craft 8 of the purples every single day. Now, you can keep that in mind. You can sort of do the math. There's 16 hours left on the event. You can craft 8 times per day. So it's 8 times 17, whatever it is, 80, 136, something like that. I think it's 136 times. 136 purples that you can obtain. Let me just quickly double check with a calculator. 8 times 17, 136. Yeah, so 136 purples that you can get in total. I don't want to get into the whole math of it right now. I can do a separate video breakdown on this for you, but basically the purple ones are going to be exchanged for the most valuable items. So scrolling back up to the top, you can convert the reds into these boxes, and you can see over here with the little magnifying glass in the right corner what this makes. I wouldn't suggest crafting this one unless you're a brand new player, but yeah, the advanced one is a little bit better. You can see it costs more, right? You have to do the blue one instead of the regular one, but that is going to give you tier 3 materials as well, the chance at tier 3 materials and awakening materials. Keep in mind that the drop rate, the probability for these items is not equal. So there is what 6, 7 to 18 items that you can get here. It's not a 1 in 18 chance to get each one. Okay. And then you can also get some CTPs. So this is where it gets a little bit more interesting. So there's a chance to get a CTP when you use a regular CTP of authority. When you use the red ones here, you have to use 10 of them. Again, the craft success is 1, and this does not refresh. So what that means is you can only craft 1 during the entire duration of the event. Here, you can again only craft 1. It takes 10 of the blues to try for it. Again, there's a chance to fail, right? These are not guaranteed. You can see the red text right here. There is a chance that crafting attempt will fail. If it fails, you don't get any of your items refunded. So you're taking a risk. You're gambling with those ice creams to try to get something more spicy. So it's really up to you. You sort of have to figure it out yourself if it's worthwhile and if you have enough CCF. And then the last guaranteed item that you can get, so this is guaranteed, there's no RNG involved, and it's 1 per update, per event, is a random CTP. So if you want a random CTP, you can convert 20 of the purples into 1 of them. Now 20 of the purples is a pretty decent chunk, right? It's about 1/6 of the total number of purples that you can actually farm. And it's also going to cost you, if you farm them exclusively through crafting, it's going to cost you 1,000 CCF, right? Because it's 50 CCF for 1. That means 20 costs 20 times 50, which is 1,000. So 1,000 CCF for a random CTP. That's good for some players. It's great for some players. It's terrible for other players. It really depends on your roster. It depends on how many characters you have built up to tier 3 and Transcended Awaken. It depends on how much CCF you can farm, right? Do you have Null and or Mephisto unlocked, and do you farm them? Because if you do farm them every day, you're getting a minimum of 75 CCF per day, and it's probably a lot more than that. Some days you can get 200 CCF in a single day, which is crazy. So some players have been able to rack up a ton of extra CCF. Like, for example, I don't really buy CCF much, but I play World Boss Ultimate and I've Legend, and I've been playing it since January. So I have 10,000 CCF. So I have a ton, right? And I have every character tier 3 besides Dr. Doom and possibly War Machine. So I'm in a position where I can gamble my CCF. If you're not in a position where you can gamble your CCF, then it's probably not a good idea to gamble your CCF. I would still say it's worthwhile to craft these. So I'm going to show you what this looks like here. I would still say it's worthwhile to craft these purples, but then turn them into something else, right? Not necessarily craft them for this. You could gamble to try to get the Brilliant. I'm probably going to be doing that with the remainder of my purples, but I'll just show you what it looks like to do something else right now, just because I'm interested in what it looks like. So I'm going to use one of my purples now to craft 10,000 of these. Keep in mind as well the gold cost. That's something that I haven't really discussed, but it's a lot of gold. So that was 107, it's 350,000 gold to craft 2. You can see here that's 10 million gold to craft this one. And then you can see here, this is 100,000 gold. I wouldn't want you guys to, use your resources, use your CCF to craft these purples. And then on the last day of the event, you're like, oops, I don't have 10 million gold. And then you end up stuck with the ice cream. I don't think the ice cream is going to be usable next year, so I strongly advise you to just use all of it up before the end of the event. Don't save it for later. I think that's a huge risk, and you're gonna get bitten in the butt for that. But yeah, I'm gonna craft 10,000 here just to show you guys what this looks like once, and we're gonna see what we can do with 10,000 of these red ones, these regular ones. So now we can go and we have a chance here. We basically have 100 chances, I believe, to craft this. So this shouldn't take us 100. But let's see what happens here. It's 150 every time. So that's very expensive, as you can see here. Failed again. That's 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I just spent 1.5 million gold and 10 chances. Let's see. Oh, is this the one? No, 11, 12. Okay, so I just tried 50 times, which is like 7.5 million gold, and I didn't get anything. So you can sort of see, you know, this might not be the most interesting thing for everybody here. I can then go ahead and also craft. I can use 1,000 here to craft 10 of these. So let me go ahead and do that. Again, this costs a lot of gold, so you got to be careful with what you're doing. But I think this is a really fun event because you just have, you know, all these different items that you can craft, and you basically get to choose what you want. Let me just open one of these. Okay, 30 cast Nornstones, not very spicy. Let me, oh, that's 1. I don't want to do 1. I want to do 10. Oh, that's 1,000. Okay, we're gonna have 11 now, which is not what I wanted either. But okay, let me do one of these here. See what we get this time. 30. Okay, yeah. So, and that was the low roll. So I basically just got the low roll on both of those items at the top there. This chest is okay because of the number that you can craft. Like you can, you know, I can basically open 7 more boxes. But yeah. So you basically see how this works, and you basically have to just figure out. Let me try this a couple more times here. Figure out if it's worth it for you, if it's worthwhile for you. But I personally really like this event, and I think that they should definitely do this in the future. As much as I'm failing here, I still really like this event. Come on. Okay. Someone said it took them 200 attempts, which is, I think, 30 million gold. Oh, there we go. We got it. So there we go. Boom. We got it. I don't even think that took 100 attempts. There we go. So we got the CTP. We're done. And you can see here now, craft success 0 out of 1. So I can't get any more CTPs of authority. But I just got to, you know, I basically just paid 7 million gold and 50 CCF. Not even 50 CCF, actually. Actually, yeah, 50 CCF. Is it 50 CCF? Because it's 50, yeah. So 50 CCF and less than 50 CCF, actually. Because I still have the majority of the red. Like, I would have gotten 5,000, right? Because it's 10,000 per one. I still have one, so that would be. Anyways, you can do the math. It's 6:30 in the morning. I'm not trying to rattle my brain here with this stuff, but yeah, it's 1 for 50, which yeah. So I basically use like less than 25 CCF. Yeah, because 25 CCF would have been 5,000. So I used like 12, like 10 CCF essentially. The equivalent of 10 CCF and like 10 million gold to get a free CTP, to get a CTP. So to me, that's free. 10 CCF is nothing, right? So yeah, but again, you have to have these resources beforehand, right? This event is not going to appeal to everyone. I understand that. Some people don't like RNG. Some people don't like to do sort of gambling, even if it's just gambling with their resources, not gambling with real money. But I personally think this event is awesome. I think it's really cool. I wish you all luck on getting the Brilliant. I'm going to be getting it right now. No. Okay. And yeah, hopefully I'll get the Brilliant. I think I'm going to go for the Brilliant. But yeah, the thing is, the really cool thing is, on top of crafting, you can just farm. You can farm and you can get some. The drop rate is not high, but you can definitely get some. So you have 16 days to farm, which is really, really cool. Now, last thing I want to discuss is all of the events. I know I've packed a lot into this video already, but I have to pack even more. There is a ton of summer, like I call it summer festival. There's a ton of events. So we've got the uniforms on sale. All of the optionals are going to be on sale as well. We've got these uniforms not on sale, but they are available, right? These are for real money. These are for full crystal cost. We have this crafting event, which I just discussed and showed you guys basically the rundown of it. Okay, right here it says the probability for the listed items in the material chests are not equal, so it's not a 1 in 18 chance, so you got to be careful. We've got the 7-day check-in that I talked about, where you get some silk bios, and then on the 7th day, When again, it starts tomorrow. You get the 10 tokens. So the 10 tokens is going to get you 1/3 of the way. You're still going to have to spend money to make up the last 20 tokens or the last 50 tokens if you want to get both Enchantress and Silk. We get some other nice things like the level 5 XP chips are really nice. We've got this new prep shop from the pre-update token event. That one's already in the game, and you can see you get the Titan record selector, you get the 3 and 4 star rank up tickets. This is not the really good token event where you get the mega tier 2 ticket. A lot of people get confused. They think that, oh, they changed the token shop. It's terrible. This is the regular one. The new tokens, the fancy tokens, will be coming in about a week or two. Then we have growth missions, like these growth bonus missions, which are always the same for each update. We have a new gold bonus mission, and I say new because it doesn't stop at 20 million. They added 2 extra slots because they know people are going to be using the new crafting, which is really smart. So they're giving us 2 free rewards, a 5-star rank up ticket for free and 300 Chaos Nornstones. This is dope. Thank you, Marvel Future Fight. We also have a 50% discount unlock on Quicksilver. We've got these gifts here. And then boom, we've got a 40% discount on gambling. So if you didn't have enough from the crafting gamble, you will have a 40% discount on CTP chests, comic card chests, and the Uru/Odin's Blessing chests, and I guess the ISO 8 chest. Although I would never recommend. I think also the there's 5 chests here, but they only list 4. The type enhancement chests might be 40% off, but yeah. Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't apply. It just says those 4. Anyways, this is basically the same discount that they gave us on Black Friday and the 6-year anniversary. So it's really cool to see them doing this more often. It means that you're not going to have to hoard and wait for months and months and months to get one of these events. So it really depends on what CTPs and what comic cards are chance up. But in general, those 2 are the only valuable ones to gamble for. And in general, I would say the comic card chest is much more worthwhile because there's always a pity at 10 because you get 600 tokens. And especially if you haven't been crafting your cards, now's the time to get that premium card that you wanted, that you need, whatever the case may be. But yeah, it really depends on what's available in terms of chance up. We also have a 50% discount on unequipping comic cards. We also have double bios for these epic quest missions. So rather than getting 10 bios a day, you'll be able to get 20. You can see the little icon there next to the boost points under your name. So you want to take advantage of that to get 20 bios per day from these guys if you need their bios. I wouldn't be farming them just to get the bios. If you need bios for farming, there's other content that you can do that gives you more bios for less energy spent. But if you just need these quick bios to rank up their uniforms or whatever, or get them to tier 2, especially Human Torch, he's so strong, now would be a good time to farm because you're going to be able to farm 20 per day rather than 10. It's going to double your speed. And then we have a character ranking event for Rescue and Hulkbuster. So a ton of events. This update honestly came to life, in my opinion, where, whereas people were not very hyped after the live stream, not very hyped after the patch notes, but now they are energized, myself included. So it kind of goes to show you got to wait to see, you got to try the cake, whatever the analogy may be, right? You just got to wait and see. So yeah, I'll be hitting you guys up with tons of content in the coming days and weeks. I'm very, very excited to tier 3 Doctor Doom, to test out all these characters. We have tons to get into. Wish you guys luck on the crafting. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Look at those stat bumps, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.